welcome back to Sweet Creek Thrift. My name is Candi, and if you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller on apps like Poshmark and eBay, and I resell clothes and sometimes other items. And today I have week 2 of February's for sales, and it's only this little section here, so not too many. I think it's like 10 items maybe. And so I'm going to go ahead and minimize myself, and I'm going to walk you through everything that sold during the week. It's basically from February 8th to February 14th. So for that week in particular. And I'm going to tell you all the details. So stick along and watch if you're interested. The first item I sold was this Outdoor Kids Bass Pro Shop Girls 4T Camo Overall Dress. Pink green is what I put down. And this item I purchased at, I think Goodwill outlet bins. I'll double check here in a moment. But this is what it looked like. It was really adorable. 4T. It had, I think it might have had a spot, but it was, maybe this one didn't. Never mind. I was thinking of something else. But this one was from, yes, the Goodwill bins. And I purchased it December 27th of 23, so it was over a year ago, but I didn't actually post it until September of 24. For some reason, I just didn't really get to doing all the baby clothes and the kids clothes. I just really didn't enjoy doing that part of it as much as I thought I would. So I went ahead and just like a lot of it sat for so long. In fact, I still have a few more items I haven't yet posted, but I'm almost there. I've got most of those clothes posted, but I just don't plan to pick up a lot of baby clothes. Now, I have seen like how people like Ginger Marvin, if you watch them, you know, where she'll go and take the baby clothes that she gets at the bins and take them to like Once Upon a Child or wherever that is like a baby resale shop, and then she can sell the clothes to them and actually make a good profit off of that. So I thought about doing that, but the problem is I don't live near a bins, and it only makes sense if you're shopping at the bins. It wouldn't make sense to go to like a regular thrift store and then buy them and then try to, because they're just not worth that much. So I just don't have that opportunity, whereas I probably would definitely do that if I was in a bigger city and had a local Goodwill bins to me and a lot of like thrift stores that I could go to resell it. But it just doesn't make sense where I'm at. So I'm not going to pick up a lot of baby clothes or kids clothes. However, I will still pick stuff up that I think would be a good flip. So my average cost that day was $1 per item. Had $1 invested. Posted it September 28th to Poshmark and eBay. It sold on Poshmark on February 8th. And it sold for $10. And that gave me a profit of $6.05. And the next item is this Pottery Barn. It's like a kid's dog, like a stuffed and weighted dog, which was pretty interesting. When I found it, I was like, it's kind of cute. It was in pretty good condition, didn't have any smoke smells or anything like that. And it was this Yorkie. I put Yorkie Shih Tzu. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a Yorkie is what they had labeled it as. This is the advertisement from Pottery Barn itself, just to kind of give an idea of what this dog is supposed to look like. But obviously it had been used. I found it at the Goodwill bins, and you know, they do weigh by the pound, so you can see it was a little bit ruffled, but I did go ahead and like I brushed it out, or combed it out, really combed it, but it was still in good condition. There's the tag that says Pottery Barn. Anyways, I figured somebody out there might want it, but it did sit for a little while. So I did get it June 29th of 24 at the Goodwill bins. I think that was in Waco. And my average cost that day was $2.18 per item. I only posted this one on eBay I did post it December 12th of 24, hoping it would sell for Christmas. But it just took a few months. It still sold. It sold on February 8th on eBay, and it sold for $34.99. These dogs on Pottery Barn, I think originally cost like $100 or $130, something like that. It was like a good amount. So I kind of knew there's a good chance it would sell. And so I did earn a profit of $26.29 for this item. The next item is this 90 Degree by Reflex gymnastics sports bra in a fuchsia pink size medium. And it had this a nice, I didn't put on here, but it had like a nice, almost like a leopard animal print or cheetah print kind of design on the actual bra portion. But since it was fuchsia, just all pink, it was a little bit hard to see that print, but definitely a nice, I do sell 90 Degrees by Reflex things fairly easy. Not all of them, and not just the super basic black stuff sells hardly ever, but if you do find like these bras, I do tend to be able to resell them fairly easy. And this one I did get from the Goodwill bins December 23rd of 23, so my average cost was $1 per item. So now this one didn't sell for a while though. I don't know why, but I've sold quite a few other ones. This one took almost, well, it did take a year. I posted it January 24th to Poshmark. This was 2024, sorry, January of 2024 to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold February 8th of 25 on eBay. So it sold for $8. I earned a profit of $4.95, so maybe not the best flip, but it was really cute, and I don't know. I figured somebody, because I've sold the 90 Degrees by Reflex before. Figs, this is a technical Zamora jogger scrub pants, women's small, and I guess it was the Oasis limited edition teal color. So here's what they look like, and they were in really good condition. They had the tan. I just thought it was really pretty. It was kind of like a aqua Caribbean blue teal color. So anyways, this item, well, okay, I don't know what's going on with my throat. I'm just like, all of a sudden I started talking and my voice is like, no more talking. So December 23rd of 2024, I purchased this at Goodwill for $5.60. And I did pay up a little bit because it is, Figs tends to sell pretty good for me. And especially the jogger, technical joggers. These were a little bit small. It's a size small, of course, so it does take a little bit longer to sell. But I did post it on January 6th of 2025. I wrote 24, but it was right when the year changed, so let me fix that. 25, January 6th of 25. Okay, so I posted it, and it sold on eBay on February 8th for $24, and that gave me a profit of $13.92. So you can see it was a very quick sale. So that's definitely one of those items that, like, you know, you're going to be able to flip it fairly quick most of the time, but definitely still comp. If you're new to this, definitely still comp the ones, because not all of the Figs stuff sells quickly. This next item is a Faded Glory women's large light blue burnout tee shirt, tunic top, 3/4 sleeve. That's how I labeled it. Anyway, so you can see the sleeves are a little bit short, kind of just down past the elbows. And it had that like burnout material type of tee. As you can see, it's kind of like semi-sheer. And I guess this is a popular style, is these burnout tees. So I've sold several of them before. This one came from a recent donation, and I had zero invested. Posted it on December 27th to Poshmark and eBay. It sold on eBay on February 9th for $12.74. And so I earned a profit of $10.20. The next item is Coldwater Creek green cardigan jacket button up. I put mature stretch plus size 2X. So this item has sat for a while, and I'm really happy to see it go. When I had first started reselling, I thought this would be a good flip. I thought it was a pretty cool and unique jacket, which it really was. It had a very, very stretchy material, and it had this interesting kind of like tapestry vibe going to it. I don't know how else to put it, but it just kind of reminded me of a tapestry. So, but I just thought, oh, this is really cool. Somebody's going to like that, you know. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, I picked that up at Goodwill November 4th of 2023. I paid $6.39. Posted it apparently the same day, November 4th, to Poshmark. And then I posted it on eBay on April 19th last year, 2024. And it sold on Poshmark February 9th of 25 for $30. And that earned me a profit of $17.61. So it was a little bit of a better sale, not good enough, I think, to hold on to it that long, but we'll see. Anyways, the next item is Sperry Topsider men's 12W brown leather boat shoes. This item I did pick up at a Goodwill, and I want to say it was the Goodwill bins in Waco, if I'm correct. I'll look at the date. But they do, at that location, charge by the shoe and not weigh it. So I got some really good pictures of it. As you can see, I was going to share with you guys on the Poshmark site. I thought it was interesting when I went to load this up. It did show you all these other shoes that are similar. So you can see, like, these are going kind of similar for $39. And even if they look kind of like beat up like this, it did take a while to sell, but they do seem to sell. I've had a lot of interest, and I have 2 pairs. I have another one listed that's a little bit worse condition, so it's probably why they haven't sold yet. I was really happy to see it go on Poshmark, though, just because, yeah, you can see there's a lot of, like, kind of these boat shoes, and they're, you know, leather upper. So, you know, if you find these kind of a thing and it's a decent price, I would say maybe consider picking it up. So yeah, I did get this at the Goodwill bins, but again, they charge depending on the type of shoe. Like, boots were one price, shoes were one price, sandals were a different price. So the shoes were $3.99, and I paid $3.99. I posted it on June 12th of 24 last year to Poshmark and eBay. So I actually didn't post them for like 6 months after I bought them. That's another thing I'm trying to get away from, is holding on to like a death pile. I've been working really hard to get like as soon as I bring it in, I don't go out and get more stuff until I get close to having no more stuff to list. So I've been doing a pretty good job with that. When I had all the donations, and I still have a bin of donations, so not a huge one, but it's, you know, so I'm having to like wash a few items, but I've just kind of put it on the side because I had things that I felt like were more important to get posted. So I've been working my way through the rest of the donations, and I kind of pull those out a few at a time and just kind of list them sporadically in the mix with the other stuff that I've been picking up. But yeah, I'm trying not to have these giant piles. However, if I do a bins trip, I definitely am going to have a pile going for a good couple months at least, just because I get a lot of items at once. And I do pick up random things, which you'll see I have another item coming up here that I'll explain. But anyways, so it sold on Poshmark February 12th, and they sold for $15. And I did take an offer because I've had them posted for a while. And that gave me a profit of $8, 8.01 cents. It could have gone for more. I probably, if I had held out, but they weren't in the best condition. If they were in a little bit better condition, then I would have definitely held out, but I just wanted them to be gone because they do take up space. And then the next item is this Bowden Olivia shift dress, women's 18L, lined pink and white floral, and I put career and colorful. It would be like a good Easter dress or church dress as well. There's the tag for you. And I just thought that it was a really nice, it was a slightly faded, but it had these buttons on the back, just a nice overall style for somebody that likes this type. And I did like lift it up here to show you the liner. It was a nice pretty satin, really smooth on the inside, definitely well made. So these Bowden I got at the resale center in Lubbock last summer, July 15th of 24, and that was when I took my daughter to orientation. So I paid $5, posted it August 16th to Poshmark and eBay, and it finally sold February 12th on eBay, and it sold for $25, which gave me a profit of $15.26. And then the next item is this lace shop, and it's a neon green fringe tank top, women's large, and I put party, fun, and festival, which it was a very interesting top, and I did not pick this up. It came in a recent donation, so it wasn't something that I would have just like gone to Goodwill and bought to resell, but I had it in a donation, and I figured why not post it. It was just a fun top. It was very like, almost like kind of like crepe paper. It kind of just felt very, what is that? that fabric, it's so lightweight. Anyways, I don't even know. It's just like a very lightweight. Anyways, and if you spun it, it kind of flail, you know, the little fringy things kind of like fluff out, you know, they'll like, you know, pop out a little bit as you're spinning. So it would be cute for like somebody that likes to go dancing, or maybe a spirit week at school. So I thought, you know, maybe somebody's having neon whatever at school, and maybe somebody out there would want to buy it. It also kind of looks like those piñata, what is the piñata costumes that came out for Halloween this year. It kind of had that vibe going. Anyways, definitely a fun shirt. I did get it in the donation, like I said, so I had zero invested. I posted it October 17th to Poshmark and eBay. It sold on eBay February 13th for $9.99, and I did earn a profit of $7.67. And what's interesting is the lady that bought this shirt has bought 2 more items from me on eBay. She lives in Hawaii, and she's really sweet. I think I told on my last video, I might have told the story, but I'll just recap that story real quick. She bought the first item, and I shipped it to her, and it was just fine. She got that item. She ordered her second item, like, I think the day that I had shipped out the first item, so I wasn't able to combine shipping because I didn't realize, like, the package had already gone. And then I realized it was the same lady, and I was like, oh. So anyway, so I shipped out the second item, and then the day, it was very odd, but like FedEx had shown up like about a week ago. FedEx showed up, and I was like, did you order something? And anyways, I completely forgot FedEx had shown up. The next day, my husband had one of my packages sitting on his bed, and I was like, what's that? So I grabbed it because I knew it was mine, because it was my packaging. I picked it up, and it had the FedEx tag, and it said, like, basically like a return to sender type tag, because it said something about that there was no barcode, return because there's not like a proper label, there's no barcode. But the thing is it was shipped USPS, priority mail for that matter. Anyways, I think it was USPS. No. Actually, no, that one was Ground Advantage, but it was USPS Ground Advantage. I was trying to remember because it's not this one. It was USPS Ground Advantage, but it had the USPS, the whole tag, the same exact. I knew the lady had ordered, this was her second item, so I knew that her first item was delivered. So I knew that her address was correct. So I was trying to figure out why. And the fact that it went from USPS and then FedEx brings it back to me was so bizarre. Anyways, I walked it into my local post office and asked them, and she tried to figure it out, and she couldn't figure it out. She was like, I have no idea. So we ended up cutting the label that I had used, because if you went on eBay and looked at the tracking, it basically just said it was still in tracking. It just said it was in Hawaii, made it to Hawaii before it came back to me in Texas. So I don't know what happened or where, who knows, like how it got from USPS to FedEx and why it came back to me when it clearly had the USPS, like everything on it. I just don't even understand why FedEx brought it back to me instead of just dropping it off at a USPS. So it's just so bizarre. But anyways, she was like, I have no idea, and we couldn't figure it out. But she basically just scanned the item back into the system with the same original tag that I had on it, and it just started tracking again. So, and the lady now has her second item, and probably now has her third item. I'm pretty sure this is already delivered. So it's just super bizarre what happened, and I just swear that the shipping services right now are just so random. And if you've had like a weird shipping story, definitely tell us in the comments below, because I don't know what's going on with shipping. But anyways, I'm just so glad she got that item, her items, because it's just so bizarre. Anyways, so on to the next item, and then this is the one I was telling you about. Oops, gotta go over here. So this item I also picked up at the Goodwill bin. So I was, just digging for clothes mostly, but I saw this sitting there and I picked it up to look at it, and I realized it was a fishing reel thing. It kind of looked vintagey. I thought it was kind of cool. So I stuck it in my cart, and before I left, I pulled up a comp for it, and I saw that they were selling, like others are selling. I think if you could see, like this one's $27, 24, but some of the comps I had seen were like 50, like this one says 50, you know, so I was like, well, it doesn't hurt because I'm at the bins, so I went ahead and grabbed it, and I did some research and knew that this particular company, and these are like a little bit of a vintage one, I guess, and there's the size, I guess, so I just posted it. I didn't really know much about it. Here's their logo right here. So it's this vintage Martin Mohawk Reel 39A automatic fishing, red, and I put red gold. Anyways, I just thought it was a cool one and that somebody out there would want that specific item, and I went ahead and grabbed it because it was at the bins. And I picked it up November 2nd of 24, my average cost being $2.25 per item. Posted it December 12th of 24. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. And then it sold on eBay on February 13th, and it sold for $45. And that gave me a profit of $35.34. So you never know what's going to sell, and it's interesting how some of these items I pick up end up being more than the clothing items. So who knows? I guess I'm better at picking up hard goods sometimes. The last item that sold is this green embroidered pillowcase, and I put one queen-sized pillowcase. So, and that's what it looked like. It was just this nice basic plain green, but it had a really pretty like border that somebody, it almost honestly looked like somebody homemade this, and it didn't have any like labels. There's a little minor marking going on right there, but nothing major. And as you can see right here, it just the stitching, and when you look at like the actual stitching, it honestly looks like somebody did this at home, but they did an excellent job, and it was super beautiful. I thought it could have just been like, I don't know, from another country, but it just really looked like it was homemade. And I thought, you know, if nobody bought it, then I would just use it because I like unique little pillowcases like that. But I didn't mind posting it for a while to see if it would sell. And I posted it, so I did get it at the Goodwill bins December 27th of 23, and my average cost was $1 that day. And I posted it to Poshmark February 20th of 24, and it sold on February 14th of 25. So it took about a year to sell. I did go down. She offered me like, I think $6 originally, and I had countered her. I think I had it listed for like $14 because, you know, people are going to talk you down. I was trying to get maybe $10, but she talked me down to $8. I went ahead and took it because it's been a year, and $4.05 profit is better than $0 profit. So, and she can enjoy it, and I have a lot of pillowcases. I don't need it. So I was totally fine with that going. And it's off to its new home. So as of right now, I'm just going to go over my net total so far this month as of week 2, as of the end of week 2 for February. I'm currently sitting at a total net profit of $347.13. This next week is going to be really slow, so I might have to combine weeks 2 and 3. I've honestly had days of no sales, so I might just do one video for weeks 3 and 4. So if you don't see another one come out, that's probably why. It's just, if I had like 1 or 2, it doesn't make sense to do a video, but it was very, very slow. I have one I'm going to take out to the mail today that I got that order last night. And it's not much, but it's something. Something's better than nothing. So I don't know what happened because it was like really, for me, doing really good. To me, this is actually pretty good for the first half of the month. But it's really slow now, so I'm not really sure why, because it was like, it's been like crickets for days. So I guess we'll see what happens. I'm going to get on and post some more items today, and hopefully that will help. But I've been posting, so I'm not really sure what's up. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. If you stayed this long, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any comments for me, definitely leave them in the comment section below. And definitely, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, I would love some more subscribers, so please consider subscribing. And I will see you on my next video. Bye!